I love eating, especially when I can try out all different kinds of food, snacks, etc. So after my Fat Thursday video did fairly well, and most importantly how fun it was for me to make it, I decided to make a recurring series of videos in which I will be buying 10 different snack items each time from a different store to check out some new flavors and maybe find out brand new food addictions. From this video on, I will be working on a little bit of a different scale that you can see right now on the screen. If you want to understand what the specific rating means, pause for a moment to check it out. I will try to include this piece of information in my future videos from this series as well. The first store I decided to visit with this idea for a content was Deals. It has a wide offer and constantly brings out brand new items, snacks included. So I was hyped to go around the alleys in search of something that would awaken my curiosity. This time, unlike on Fat Thursday's video, I am not eating everything at once, mind you. Just mentioning that so you won't judge me or something. First thing on my list was Kinder Creamy. I've seen it in some stores for a while, but I never ended up buying it. This time though, I allowed myself to take 10 items, no matter what price or size, so nothing and no one could stop me from obtaining it. To no surprise, it tasted just like Kinder Joy, but instead of having those two balls inside, it had crispy rice. Can't say I'm a fan, the taste is fine, but it is so awkward to eat it when crispy rice doesn't stick as well. So you have to be careful not to catapult it like I did with one grain. And in general, it could be a little bit less hard and more crunchy. 2 out of 5, the taste itself is fine, but I can have the same taste from Kinder Joy, so I think it is a one-time experience for me unless I get it as a gift from someone. Next thing from my list was Oreo Crispy Roll Matcha. Thank God for the sticker with translation, I would have no idea what to call this product otherwise. I love my matcha snacks, but I always fear that the flavor won't be strong enough, so I was a bit worried. There was no need for that in the end. The crispy roll itself tasted like another crispy roll. The amount of the cream inside was a bit disappointing, but the flavor was there, so I took it as a small win. Because of the waffle, it kind of reminded me more of the flavor of matcha ice cream than just matcha itself, but it was kind of nice. Very crispy, the cream does not disturb the crunch. 3 out of 5. I considered giving it 2 out of 5, but then again, it felt better than the Kinder product. I am just not a big fan of crispy rolls to begin with, so I'm more on the side of it's good, but nothing extremely special. Back to Kinder. Spoiler, it's not the last item from this brand in this video. It's Kinder Chunky. This one I saw for the first time, but I have a feeling it's nothing new from the brand. What I expected was to get something similar to Nutella Be Ready, which I really like, but of course inside there would be a milky filling instead of Nutella, and to a certain extent I was right. The wafer in this one had a strange texture, or so I thought until I realized that it came from the cookie crumbs, not the outside wafer. Unfortunately, those small cookies don't add much to the flavor as the milky cream sensation dominates it entirely. 3 out of 5, not the worst of their product. It tastes nice, but I feel like it's way too similar to Kinder cards, which are my 5 out of 5, so I would rather buy them than Chunky. And because I knew it's hard to find unique salty snacks, I decided that one thing I will definitely be buying is instant noodles. But I didn't go for your usual bulldog, those are way too overhyped. So instead, I chose something that looked dreadful. Holy chicken green curry flavor instant noodles. Taste sensation! I can't help but love this incredible font on the packaging. And as it goes with noodles, you can eat them in 3 different ways: uncooked mixed up with spices, dry noodles, or noodle soup. I opted for the last one so I could also have a broth to taste. As always, I struggled with opening the oil packaging, so I had to run for scissors, and soon enough, it was time to put the flavor in and see the beautiful green color. It surely was green, but more like Shrek's swamp green. Anyway, back to the flavor tasting. It's just like your usual instant noodles. Was it spicy? Yep, but not extremely so. I'd say for me, it was the very comfortable level of spice. Mind you, I love spicy things, so if you're not much of a spice fan, it could be flaming hot for you. I don't know. The taste of the broth was not very unique. Maybe there was a little bit of coconut milk flavor in this one, unlike in your usual instant noodles. But other than that, I wouldn't be able to point out anything special about it. 2 out of 5. For this flavor, I can buy myself much cheaper brand. Now it was time to reveal why I decided on such a title for this video, and no, the noodles weren't the reason. There's your true culprit, Damak Indi white chocolate with pistachios. To explain, I hate white chocolate. It's not even a chocolate, it's an overly sweet edible creation that makes me feel very nauseous. I hate it. So you may ask, Aikeji, why did you buy it then? Well, I didn't plan that! Long story short, it was the last item I was taking, and at first I picked milk chocolate one with pistachios, but then I saw one that had pistachios and locum. So it sounded more interesting, but I saw it only in a bigger outer box, so I put my hand inside the box, took out the chocolate, not looking at the packaging, and left to the cash register. Some asswipe put white chocolate in the milk chocolate box, so only after I was walking back home, reading the receipt, I noticed that there was white chocolate on it, and I thought, I would never buy that, they must have made a mistake. But then I look into my bag and what do I see? White chocolate! So now I had to pay for my mindlessness by tasting something I hate. Though I have to admit the smell was so nice, the pistachio scent dominated the white chocolate entirely, and the taste? I'm shocked. I can actually eat it. 3 out of 5. Surprisingly, only aftertaste brings out a little bit of your typical white chocolate flavor, that's why 2 points lower. It may be the only white chocolate that I can actually eat without throwing up, and mind you, I am definitely still a white choco hater. Just a few weeks ago, I had to eat a birthday cake at my friend's party, and it had some white chocolates. It would have been rude to spit it out, so I had to suffer, but it did give me stomach pain for the entire night. For someone who loves it though, and pistachios as well, it may be a 5 out of 5. I think the milk chocolate variant may be something I could get addicted to, so I have to check it out. Not stopping with the chocolatey things, here we have Kit Kat Senses cookie dough. Once I opened up the package, I could immediately smell toffee. Did not expect that kind of scent, but okay. I love the format. It's like having a little thicker version of those small Kit Kats that they sell in Japan in bigger packages. As for the flavor, can't feel the cookie dough at all. Even the texture didn't feel particularly different from your usual Kit Kat, so I feel a bit scammed. I bought an entirely different product, but what I got is your usual Kit Kat bar. Disappointing. I was thinking it would be softer, maybe more chewy, but nope. Simple Kit Kat, only maybe a bit sweeter. 2 out of 5. I don't like when the new product tastes the same as the original one. Taking a break from chocolate, but not for too long, I went back to Asian snacks. When I see mochi, I have to get mochi, and admittedly I never ate the brown sugar milk tea ones. Usually if they are not fruit flavored, mochi does not disappoint me. I just love the chewy texture of it and the flavorful jam-like feeling. And those little goobers here, they were very good. You could feel that brown sugar milk tea flavor for sure, though you could mostly compare the taste to simply tapioca, which was nothing bad. 4 out of 5, very nice, would definitely eat again. But if they were standing next to peanut butter ones or classic ones with either black sesame or red bean paste, they would stand no chance. And just like with noodles, I had to choose something a bit different from all the sweets, though still sweet, so I let myself get one drink to try. And that honor went to Bundaberg Blood Orange Sparkling Soft Drink. Admittedly, I got it just because I really loved the bottle shape. There were other flavors, but the blood orange one called to me the most. At first I didn't read it was sparkling, so that spooked me a bit. Quite a reverse situation to the grape drink from the previous foodie video. Unfortunately, I am not a fan of the flavor at all. At first sip, it felt kinda okay, just like Orangina, but then it left this strange aftertaste at the back of my throat that I can compare to this specific flavor of powder candies. It's just uncomfortable, way too sweet too. 1 out of 5, I'm sad. I expected the refreshing sourness but got overwhelming sweetness instead. Did you miss chocolate? Because we're so back! Here we have Millennium Rose chocolate. I always go crazy for it. I just love the milk flavor mixing up with the fruity taste. It works so damn well. And as you can see, the color is not as pink as on the package, but that just reassured me that it is more natural and it has actual cocoa, unlike white chocolate. 5 out of 5, amazing flavor. You can feel both milk chocolate and the fruits. Wonderful product. Although in this case, I won't be buying it too often, but it's only because I don't eat pure chocolate that much. I rarely have cravings for it, but if I ever feel like eating one, I will walk all the way to Deals for this one. Now it was already time for our last entry, and you know, if we started with Kinder, we should finish with it too, right? And it's the one I was most curious about too. Plum cake. Though I was not aware until after I bought it that it has carrots and almonds in it. I only saw this product online in the basic flavor, so I didn't know another existed. But unlike with white chocolate, I was happy about this discovery. The texture is just like a sponge cake, which is nice. I have a weakness for the fluffy softness, and it reminds me a lot of the cake that my grandma religiously bought so we could have something sweet with our tea. The carrot flavor? Non-existent. Almonds, on the other hand, are hard to miss out though. You can feel the delicate taste of marzipan, and as much as I'm not that much of a marzipan fan, I don't mind it here. 2 out of 5, I wish the carrots were there, and I can just buy this kind of sponge cake for cheaper, not having to pay extra for Kinder's logo. And that was it for this video. Let me know which snacks intrigued you the most, or just call me out for having shitty taste. I don't care. What shop will be my next target? Who knows? You'll see next month.